Hey people, it is Tuesday, November the 28th. The time is 5:13 in the afternoon. It's currently -2 Celsius, but feeling much more like a very chilly -10 with the wind chill factor. I am looking at a very nicely lit up tree here in Commerce Courtyard in the financial district, with its companion across the way. And I thought for this one I would walk around, mainly in the financial district, looking at all the Christmas trees and Christmas lights which have recently been erected in the neighborhood. And to end things off, I'll make my way to Phillips Square, which recently unveiled its big Christmas tree, and the cavalcade of lights recently took place in the square. So there'll be many Christmas lights in addition to the big tree. And I might also pay another visit to the Eaton Centre Christmas tree, which is the tallest Christmas tree in Canada, which I've already done previously, but can't really leave that one out in a Christmas trees and Christmas lights walk now, can we? So let's make our way, and we'll just try to notice as many Christmas trees as possible. Many of the office buildings in the financial district have them set up in their lobbies. You can see one right here. And I know there are several more. Maybe we can decide which building has the best lobby Christmas tree. That one's quite nice. But I like these. They're obviously not traditional Christmas trees, but the lighting is spectacular. Let me just adjust my camera a bit here. It's pointing a bit too upwards. There we go. Alright, so we're going to just wander up and down some of the financial district streets, looking for trees and lights along the way. I know, obviously, where several of the displays are set up, they tend to do it in the same place every year, so I'll be checking those ones out. But there are lots I don't know about that I'll just stumble across, I'm sure, such as right straight ahead. I can see some trees in the lobby of one of the TD Centre towers here. And it is rush hour in the financial district also. So this is Bay Street. I suppose I will go down to the intersection rather than try and run across here, but you can see several big trees in the lobby there. Alright, let's go down before the light changes. So we're at Bay in Wellington. Usual pedestrians walking around, cars stuck in the intersection. That's nothing new for downtown at rush hour. Alright, let's check out these trees. So I suppose we can just go inside actually to get a better look. Then I'll come back out again. stones are very nicely done. Got a trio of trees here. And another trio over there. Yeah, that gives me a minute to warm up a bit and let my camera battery warm up a bit. It tends to lose power very quickly in these sub-zero temperatures. Okay, let's cross here because I'm curious what's in the Brookfield Place atrium over here. I have a feeling I'll be going back and forth across the street a lot in this video just to get a better look at some of these trees. Entrance to Brookfield Place. I'm just curious, do they have a big tree in here? I don't see one, but they have a big snowflake. And they have lots of nice dangly lights. You can see the big snowflake up ahead there. So they chose a snowflake motif instead of the tree. That's perfectly fine.
I didn't think of it until I saw you. Yeah, his father died.
We're at Bay in front. I don't see any trees off in that direction. But I do see one inside the Royal Bank Plaza lobby. But we'll just watch all the crowds scurrying to and fro here while I wait for the light to turn. Rush, 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 rush.
So saying.
Union Station. Let's take a peek inside here. This is the Royal Bank Plaza, as I mentioned. That's very nice, although from the outside you can't really see all of the tree with this sort of wall behind it here, so you have to come inside to get a proper look. They have a bunch of mini trees all lined up down the window here. It's very nice. Alright, let's continue. The TD Terrace office building over here is all lit up, I noticed. I'm sure they could make that look like a giant tree if they put some effort into it. We'll get a better look if I cross the street. I showed this before and I commented that it was like the CN Tower and the TD Terrace building were trying to outdo each other with their lights. You can see the office tower. It's got green, and I know it's capable of turning red if it wants to.
I got your text. I did respond. I would love to.
I don't think Union Station has any big tree inside of the Great Hall. They usually don't. Any Christmas I've passed through there. They do have some banners though, and I think they set up their little winter skating rink here every season. I suppose it's too early for that, maybe in December. And the Royal York just has green and red lights. They might have a tree in the lobby. Most likely they do. York Street. Alright, so let's head north up York. I think I know where the next bunch of trees are. I wonder if these cars will be out of the way by the time the light turns green. Doesn't look like it. And once again, it's the great pedestrian weave through cars game here.
Bye.
What a ridiculous situation. All right. My battery is dropping like a rock here. I do have my power bank with me. Got some nice planters here with fake Christmas decor. Well, real Christmas decor, fake plants. Got this nice extra wide walkway here also. And streetcars running on Wellington now. That's due to the rerouting of streetcar routes, since Queen Street is all dug up for construction of the Ontario line. I think we got a whole bunch of trees coming up ahead here, both inside and outside. So this is still part of the TD Centre complex. We saw one of the displays over on Bay Street, and now we're over on York Street on the other end of the TD Centre buildings. There are 5 buildings in total that make up the Toronto Dominion Centre. Got a bunch of nice trees inside, but I know the main event is over here around the corner in the courtyard between the towers. We'll get a closer look at those, but more on this side. They really go all out at the TD Centre. You can see nice towers all around us. That's a tall one. Got a trio TD Centre likes to do things in threes, I noticed. Although there are 5 buildings in the TD Centre, you'd think they'd have the trees set up in groups of 5. And more over on this side too. Please use revolving doors. Alright, well, I'll just peek through the window. You can see a whole lineup of big trees inside there. And on this side too. And over there, trees. We're surrounded by Christmas trees here at the TD Centre. And coming out onto King Street. And lo and behold, more trees. These ones seem a bit less decorated than the other ones we've seen so far. King and Bay. This one caught my eye over here inside the lobby of Commerce Court West. One of the most impressive lobby trees so far, and more of these ones here. that one is, I think, the winner so far as office building lobby trees go. That's a huge one. It's very girthy, very girthy. Yep, all right. Maybe I'll take this opportunity while I'm inside to plug in my power bank, because I know in the next 5 minutes or so my camera will be close to the end of its battery life. All right, we're good to go. And don't mind the sniffling. And the financial district's tallest building here, First Canadian Place. Let's see what they have inside their lobby. Will they outdo Commerce Court West? It's a taller building. Does that mean a taller tree?
That one's brought up. It's like that's like a great little little getaway. You want to take like a day or two off work. Yeah. Maybe not on Sunday. We're always looking nice to be hard. So yeah.
Huh, you know what? I don't think it's taller than Commerce Court West. It's a nice tree, but it's definitely not as big as the one in Commerce Court West. Okay, First Canadian Place. You've been outdone. Heading north on Bay. A couple of other notable office tower displays just around the corner here at Adelaide. St. Regis Hotel. Maybe that's all they got going on right now. I see a tree inside the lobby, actually. Just a small one. Alright, now here is Scotia Plaza, one of the premier office towers in the financial district. And I see they have not a tree, but a couple of very other Canadian symbols, I guess you could say, all done up with Christmas cheer. Got a big daddy moose and a baby moose, perhaps. And some nice trees. Or trees, stars. I don't think we've seen stars yet, right? We've seen snowflakes. Unless those are snowflakes. I guess those are snowflakes. Or they could be stars. What do you think? Little mini trees here, but this is the main event here. It's a very untraditional tree. Well, it's quite nice. Not very big though. Commerce Court West is still the winner. But across the street you can see the courtyard at the Bay Adelaide Centre. Got a trio of office towers with a nice display in the center. So let's go and check that one out. I've shown this one before. I think I was actually looking at the Christmas tree at the Bay Adelaide Centre several years ago when a security guard came and told me that I wasn't allowed to record the buildings, which I found to be ludicrous. How is anyone supposed to take a picture or video of their Christmas display if they don't capture the buildings in the background, right? You can take a picture of the tree, but just be sure to crop out the buildings before you publish that photo, please. This is a pretty fat tree too, but I'm still going to give the win to the Commerce Court West, although this is not a lobby tree. This is a outdoor tree. I think the main original Bay Adelaide Centre Tower here does have some nice trees in its lobby, and I can see one actually right through the window here. Maybe I can just walk right through the building and exit onto Bay Street. Some smaller trees there. So now I'm not only recording the Bay Adelaide Centre Tower, I'm inside of it. That one's pretty neat. It sort of spills down right onto the floor. Very nice. We got more stars or snowflakes. Have we decided yet what those are? All right, let's take a walk down Temperance Street. I just love the way this area looks at night with all the buildings lit up. Even without the Christmas decorations, it looks spectacular. Just the sheer number of tall buildings with countless windows. Coming soon. There's that tree again. Got some smaller trees in here. This is the newest tower of the Bay Adelaide Centre. The newest and smallest one, and it has the smallest trees. Was that planned? Richmond Street. We're on Yonge Street, heading north. This is the Saks Fifth Avenue store with some very nice window displays, which I recently pointed out that would be a perfect place to have the holiday windows since they can't be on Queen Street this year. I don't know why they just didn't move them over here, because there will be no holiday windows at all this year in this part of downtown. Right, now we're crossing Queen. So we're getting close to the big final destination, but not before a couple of other stops, as I mentioned. Bank building is all done up nicely now. It's Still not sure what is happening with that building. I noticed lately that it seems to have some life to it again. Looks like that guy almost cycled out of the Eaton Centre here. It wouldn't surprise me.
Sorry? Yeah, I thought it was.
And this is my third time checking out the Eaton Centre in just the last couple of weeks. And seen this a bunch of times now, but like I said, you can't really pass this one up. This is Canada's tallest Christmas tree. It's about 8 stories high, from what I can tell. And you can get close enough here to touch it if you want. It's literally close enough to touch. I don't see any reason why I should touch it, but I could if I wanted to.
What is
And you can get a better look at how tall this tree is. And keep in mind, it goes down several floors below to the lowest level of them all.
I can understand.
All right, let's go outside here. I'm just going to go quickly out onto Yonge Street, and then we'll come back in again and literally cross straight through to over there. I just wanted to get another look at these. These are sort of like the not quite holiday windows, but it's sort of the best we have right now, since the ones at the Hudson's Bay store are not happening this year. And they didn't do anything on the Yonge Street side where the Saks is. So now these are what we got. I guess they're kind of neat. Not exactly Christmas themed, but still definitely interesting. The Clockwork Lullaby Machine. these were seen in the film Chitty Chitty Bang Bang from 1968. I remember that movie. I think I watched that on more than one occasion when I was a kid. I knew these looked familiar. The Featherstone Kite Openwork Basket Weave Mark II Flying Machine. Those magnificent men and their flying machines. Alright, enough of that. So let's cut right through the mall again. We're almost at the final destination. No relation to the movie franchise. Let's walk right under the reindeer. Trinity Square. I recently walked through here too. But how can you not during a dedicated Christmas lights video? Still no Santa's North Pole house here. I guess they're not doing it this year. Let's go this way this time. Change it up from the last time I walked through here. Cut through here. And a big wreath. I think that was the first big wreath I've noticed. I'm sure there must have been more. Straight ahead you can make out sort of the tree of all trees, the Big Daddy in downtown Toronto of Christmas trees. We are entering Nathan Phillips Square. Just crossed Bay Street again. And there might be some copyright music playing here, so I'm gonna be careful where I tread. Yeah, I already hear Africa by Toto. So I'll try to talk over it as much as I can, because I think the skating rink is open, and that means non-stop music while the people skate. Usually nothing Christmas related. I've never heard any Christmas songs playing here at the Nathan Phillips Square rink, actually. Not sure why that is, at least at this time of year. I can understand in January. But now, come on, play some Christmas tunes. They're less likely to get me a copyright claim. And there's the Big Daddy tree. Just sheer height and girth, it's by far the biggest one. You can't really get a sense of the scale of it in the video, I think, but in person it's huge. I'm not sure I'm a fan of the sort of crisscross design, the way they strung the lights on it, though. It looks a little bit too, you know, too geographic. Geographic, not geographic, geometric. That's what I'm trying to say. Too many precise angles. Big Daddy tree. And now I hear the Clash. So we'll stay over there, from going over there. I'll walk through these ones here on this side. Or maybe I won't. It looks like they're fenced off. I'm not sure why they would do that. Isn't the whole point of it to walk through these? But anyway, this was part of the Cavalcade of Lights, which took place just a few days ago. Sort of the official kickoff to Christmas in Toronto. And last year I did a walkthrough when it was full of crowds and whatnot, so if you'd like to see what it's like then, check out my video from last year. It was jam-packed with people and activity. So yeah, this is my downtown Christmas trees and lights walk. Mostly in the financial district. Of course, Yorkville also has some very nice Christmas decorations on the northern end of downtown. I'll save that for a separate video or perhaps a live stream. So I'm going to start to wrap this one up. I hope you enjoyed the walk around looking at all the trees and lights. I had a lot of fun. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you won't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal as well as via my merch store. And you can also support the channel through a super thanks or by becoming a channel member. And you can find me on Instagram also under KContinuum. So, thank you very much for watching, and thanks to the channel members. And be sure to keep checking back, because, as always, I will continue.